What are men over 40 looking for in a woman? It's not just fun. If you're a woman trying to understand what makes a man over 40 commit, you're in the right place. I personally got married after 40, and as a business and life coach, I've seen these patterns many times over. When a man is not just trying to play games, he'll tell you he's looking for someone to build a life with. But what does that mean? Let's break down the 8 things men over 40 look for in a woman. Number 1, trust is the foundation of commitment. Men over 40 won't invest in someone who creates drama, uncertainty, or plays games. Like anyone, men over 40 fear getting hurt. And the only way they'll commit is if they trust their partner like a best friend. Trust comes from shared values, aligned life goals, and having each other's best interests at heart. One of my clients in her 20s was considering a first date with a guy in his 40s. It's like a 20-year age gap. And she wanted a strategy for asking 2 or 3 questions just to make sure they were aligned. But she was struggling because her list kept growing. So I asked her, what's the worst thing that could happen? And she realized if he's marriage material, he would actually want that. So she brought her list, all 100 questions, literally 100 questions, maybe 50, but you get the idea. By the end of the dinner, they both agreed they were aligned and they should pursue a serious relationship. Within a year, they were married. So here's the takeaway. If a man finds a partner with aligned values who he can trust, he'll take steps to ensure a future together. Number 2, a man over 40 values emotional stability, not chaos. Think about it. Man over 40 doesn't have big emotional extremes when he's just by himself. So why would he want that in a relationship? He wouldn't. That doesn't mean he expects a relationship to be without emotion. A man over 40 understands relationships have emotions and he wants to support his partner. But here's his big fear, not knowing if you can handle the emotional ups and downs as a team. Quick coaching story. One of my clients really struggled emotionally. When any of his girlfriends expressed emotion, he had no idea how to handle it. He would either avoid the conversation, try to fix things too quickly, or the worst, match their intensity, turning small issues into huge fights. He felt like he couldn't win and thought about giving up dating cold turkey. Then a miracle happened. He met the one. Okay, what's different? How do you know she's the one? She's not emotionally reactive. Whenever he would have a bad day, she would rub his back or make him a nice dinner or just listen. And he loved that. But there was a hidden problem. Turns out she's a people pleaser. And by constantly prioritizing his emotions, it drained her and made her hesitant about moving forward in the relationship. He wanted to marry her. And to do that, we agreed that his goal was to make her feel valued in the relationship, not just needed. We worked on how he could proactively support her emotions. Just a quick shout out that I do offer coaching. So if you're looking to attract the one or maintain that great relationship, find my email in the description below. Just send a quick note that says, let's hop on a call. And we'll do a free 15-minute call to see if we're a good match. Okay, moving on. Here's what he did to support her. He started regularly asking, hey, how are you feeling? And then just listen. Instead of jumping into fix-it mode, he learned to ask, how can I support you? By making her feel safe, he gained confidence in his ability to support her, and she opened up, not just to dating him, but eventually to marriage, and they tied the knot. Well done. 3, communication. A man who's serious makes his intentions clear, and he's looking for that same clarity and honest communication from his partner. Quick story, one of my clients had been in a relationship for 8 years. He was successful, wanted to settle down, but he hesitated because his girlfriend kept bringing up moving across the country to be near her family. He was so confused. He wanted to keep the relationship going. Why was she talking about moving? So we discussed what it might look like to have an open conversation. Turns out she only wanted to move because she was waiting for his proposal. The moving conversation was her way to push him to make a decision. When they finally had that honest conversation, they both wanted the same thing. And within a few months, he proposed and they got engaged. 4, Conflict resolution. A mature man who's ready for commitment values mature problem solving. That means not making every minor disagreement into some huge crisis. It also means being able to separate emotions from solutions. One of my clients had a major lifestyle conflict with his girlfriend. He was a meat eater. She was vegetarian. If you read Reddit, every comment is like, divorce the blood mouth. Get rid of that meat eater. He's the worst. This situation led to constant arguments and emotional tension. Thankfully, they came to me. They agreed that when things got emotional, they'd take a little break and let themselves cool off. Eventually, they came to a compromise. He'd eat vegetarian when they were together, like at a restaurant, and she'd stop criticizing his food choices when they weren't together. Small but important shift saved their whole relationship. This is why I love meeting clients who I can help. It brings me joy to help people live better lives, whatever your goals are. If you think I can help you, find my email in the description below and write, let's hop on a call. We'll set up that 15-minute consult to see if we're a match. All right, shameless plug is done. Let's move on to number 5. 5, support. A man in his 40s wants a relationship built on mutual support, being there for each other when it truly matters. This is going to sound wild and gaslighting alert, but one of my clients was dating a woman who seemed terrific until he needed support, and she totally dropped the ball. He actually got a kidney stone, so he was in extreme pain. Instead of driving him to the hospital, she told him it was all in his head and call an Uber because she had to get to work. He was ready to break up, and rightfully so. But after we talked, he decided that first he wanted to have a direct conversation. He gave her a clear boundary. What happened is unacceptable. If you're serious about this relationship, you won't gaslight me when I'm in pain, and you'll show up when it matters. She apologized and promised to do better. Next time he had an emergency, she canceled everything and she showed up for him. She listened. She was supportive of his needs, and that put them back on track. Number 6, independence. Men in their 40s are drawn to confident women who have their own passions and interests. One of my clients was running her successful business, had a great social life, and felt like she didn't need anyone to be happy. Of course, then she found someone, and she actually worried her independence would push him away, and she considered downplaying her success to seem more approachable. Through coaching, she realized her independence wasn't a weakness. Turns out he admired her passions and loved that she brought new experiences into the relationship. Instead of time apart being seen as a negative, their separate passions gave them more to talk about, more to share, and that's something men are looking for. 7, togetherness. While independence is important, relationships thrive on shared experiences. You don't want to do everything alone. You want common interests that bring you closer. One of my clients struggled because she and her husband had 0 shared hobbies. They started wondering if they were too different to stay connected long term. Through coaching, instead of seeing this as an existential problem, they decided to start looking for a solution together. They asked themselves, should one of us join the other's activities, or should we find something together? Eventually, they took up salsa dancing, which not only improved their fitness, but led them to travel the world for dance events. Now their shared hobby brings them adventure, excitement, and a deeper connection than ever. Number 8, partnership. A man over 40 isn't looking for anything he can already get for himself. He can make his own money to pay his own expenses. He can take care of his health by getting a trainer and going to the gym. And he can have fun just by taking himself to dinner and going to a movie by himself. But one thing he can't do is be his own lifelong partner. That's what he's looking for in a woman, a deep, committed partnership with somebody who truly knows him, loves him, and stands by him. One of my clients said he wanted marriage and a family, and he was dating someone, but he never moved things forward. And I noticed that he was actually dating multiple women. Like he was trying to keep that on the down low. It was so weird. Like, I see the app, dude. I told him, look, if you're not taking real steps towards a committed future with someone special, you need to be honest about whether you're actually ready. He realized he had trust issues from past relationships. He started really doing the work, and within a year, he found the one and he got engaged. The man is serious. He moves forward. If he stalls, he's not ready. Feel free to comment below with your own experience. What do you think men over 40 are looking for in a relationship? Let me know. Do you agree with my list? Have I missed anything? And if you follow my channel, you think I can help you in your business and life, check the description below. I have one-on-one coaching. I also have a weekly call. Maybe there's some spots open. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.